Hello everyone, my name is Grietje Baars and I wrote this book, The Corporation, Law and Capitalism, a radical perspective on the role of law in the global political economy. This book is currently out with Haymarket, available directly from their website at a 50% discount, so bargain. And Haymarket have asked us to just do a short video explaining what the book is about and why you might want to put it on your quarantine reading list. So what the book is about, it's about the relationship between law and capital. And I argue in the book that law and capital are two sides of the same coin. Law exists to facilitate capital. Law exists to structure and congeal capital relations, for example, in the form of the for-profit limited liability corporation. So this relationship of synergy between law and capital has consequences for what we can expect from law and what we can do with law. The main controversial and perhaps counterintuitive argument is that we cannot achieve corporate accountability through law. So for example, they demand that corporations be held to account for the human rights violations and disastrous environmental degradation, etc. that we see around the world today. Holding them to account in human rights law or in international criminal law, for example, that ain't gonna happen. It's not what law exists to do. It's not what the form of law, which is analogous to the commodity form, allows. Law exists to enable capitalism, not to curb it. So what it is not saying is that we don't need law to support, for example, our demands for universal healthcare, education, housing, or to defend our friend who is seeking asylum, being threatened with deportation, or our friend who was arrested during direct action, for example. But ultimately, there is a clear limit to what we can achieve with law. We cannot legislate or sue ourselves out of the crisis of capitalism, and this is why the book is relevant and important, I would say, today. So what we need instead then is a fundamental overhaul of how we organize our societies. Now many of you know this and would agree with this, but why is it still useful and hopefully interesting to read the book? It should help you win arguments with your friends, neighbors and family members perhaps who still believe in the notion that human rights can lead to emancipatory action. It shows you precisely how law and capital interrelate in imperialist corporate capitalism, starting from the earliest colonial corporations to the likes of Shell, Monsanto and Amazon today. Speaking of which, I would urge you, if you're interested in reading the book, to order it directly off the Haymarket website, currently at a 50% discount, as I said. So it works out as something like $15, euros or pounds. Now my next book is going to be about what that alternative future could look like, how we could organize production and society more generally, and how we can get there. Now is the time in this current crisis where the cracks of capitalism are becoming clear for everyone to see, when we see so much being organized on the grassroots level, for example, through these many mutual aid projects that we see popping up in the UK and the US and elsewhere, where we see rent strikes and where we see unprecedented labour activism. Now is the time for everyone to drive that wedge all the way down. So thanks for watching. Do have a look at the Historical Materialism book series on the Haymarket website and order it directly through. Order the book or any of the other books available there directly through the website, so as to support your independent radical left publisher and the Historical Materialism project as well. Thanks very much for watching, and solidarity.